educational experiences in Italy because she just released her new book, Bella Ragazza in Italy.
Hi Ellen, thank you for having me on your show and giving me the chance to speak to your audience about my educational experience in Italy, which I also have included in my new book.
I heard you went to school in Italy for many years. Can you tell me about the curriculum that you study?
Sure. So there are 5 stages to the schooling system in Italy. It starts from kindergarten, primary, lower secondary, and upper secondary school, and obviously the last one would be the university level.
So a question I have for you, Amy, is about the cost of education. Did it cost anything? Was it free of charge? How did that work?
No, education was free. Primary school was free of cost in Italy, and parents had they didn't have to make any contribution to the primary school. One of the coolest thing that I really liked about primary school was that teachers were supposed to have 1 hour office hour on a weekly basis for parents, to come and meet with them and talk about like the schoolwork. And obviously the students and my parents loved that very much. Another thing would be the report cards. Just like here, we receive report cards at the end of each semester, and 10 was our excellent mark and 6 was the passing mark for us.
Great. Thank you so much, Amy Adams, for coming on our show today. I'm so excited about your new book that has come out today.
Thank you so much, Ellen, for having me on your show.
My pleasure.
Via da lì non ti vedi, sola ormai, sola.
Benvenuto e Scuola Bilingue di Luca. Il mio nome è Emma Pillsbury e io sono il counselor Scuolio.
Ciao, il mio italiano è piccolo.
Siamo spessinte parla in English pour voi. Welcome to our facility. I'm so happy you're here today. Where are you from?
We're from a small town in Canada called Aurelia.
Oh, Canada! How wonderful!
We love Canada, but we moved here for work, and so we're looking into enrolling our 6-year-old daughter Kelly at this school since it's close to our apartment.
What kind of clothes should we dress Kelly in?
So, primary students are expected to wear an apron which has distinguished color and pattern and are typically blue. You can purchase these at grocery stores and many of our clothing shops.
We know Italy hasn't had a large emphasis on education, so how has the school evolved over the years?
So, as Italy shifted from agriculture to industrial society, schools became increasingly more important to the socio-economic and cultural development of the country in the 20th century. In the new millennium, Italian schools are emphasizing literacy skills for a post-industrial global democracy.
Is there any bullying or discrimination towards other students in the school?
So physical violence and bullying doesn't happen on a regular basis because the students are with the same peers and teachers for 5 years. We have a tight bond community, and the teachers usually let the students deal with the troubling situation until they have to jump in if it gets out of hand.
That's amazing. How long is the school year?
The school structure is very similar to your schooling in Canada. Children attend school for 200 days in the year. Unlike to Canadian schools, Italian schools start in mid-September and end in mid-June. School holidays vary from religion, and almost every school has only breaks on Christmas and Easter. Schools typically start later in September due to the hot weather. Thank you so much for coming. Do you have any more questions for me?
No, I don't think so.
Alright, so if you think of any questions later, you can contact me, email or phone, and you can find that information on my school website. And so I guess that's all for today. Thank you so much for coming in.
All right, thank you.
It was really nice to meet you. Welcome back to Current Culture TV. I'm your host, Daniela, and you're watching The World Around Us, a show where we get the inside look at countries from all around the world. Last week, we explored the beautiful sub-Saharan Ghana and its unique culture and climate. Today, we are excited to announce Colton Smith has landed in the breathtaking Eternal City, also known as Rome, Italy.
Home to some of the most extravagant architecture, Rome, Italy is best known for its intricate designs through culturally enriching structures such as the Roman Colosseum, the Trevi Fountain, and the St. Peter's Basilica. Located within the Eastern Hemisphere, Italy is easily recognized by its distinctive boot shape on the world map. The Eternal City, also known as the capital of Italy, has the highest population of any city within the country, amounting to nearly 2.6 million residents. Countrywide, Italy hosts an upwards of 59.8 million people. Other famous Italian cities include Florence, Venice, and Milan, all of which encompass the Italian culture and beliefs. Italian culture places a heavy emphasis on the arts, family, architecture, music, and most importantly, food. The Italian culture has established some of the most well-known phenomena throughout the world, such as the Roman Empire, the Roman Catholic Church, and the Renaissance. Italian culture has had a substantial influence worldwide in respect to the arts, and today is still known as being one of the most culturally enriching nations.
Thank you, and now let's send it over to Kelsey, located in the beautiful northern Italian city of Venice, where she will explore the country's climate and weather. Hey Kelsey!
Hey Daniela, so here in Venice, it's April 4th and it's 17 degrees outside and it's slightly raining. Here in Italy, the temperature and climate can range vastly depending on which section of the country you're in. A large majority of the northern region is made up of climate that entails cool, rainy winters and extremely hot and dry summers. However, up here in Venice, within the winter months, it is not uncommon for the city's temperature to drop below freezing. However, the beautiful summer months temperatures can reach upwards of 32 degrees Celsius.
Are you ready?
Ooh, I know you see me standing here. Do I look good, my dear?
Ciao, il mio nome è Adriana.
Hey, I'm Zoe. I've always wanted to travel to Italy. Before we start studying, could I ask you a few questions?
Yes, ask me as many questions as you like.
So, you live in Italy?
Yes, I live in Italy and I'm here in California for 1 year at the Pacific Coast Academy to learn English.
I enjoy eating Italian food. What's your favorite dish?
Well, in Italy, spaghetti is very popular, but I love lasagna.
I read that in Italy, lower secondary schools are criticized for a lack of extracurriculars. Is this true?
Yes, in Italy, we don't have extracurricular activities. It's just academic work. But we can pay for private lessons for sports, music, and computer studies.
What types of tools do the teacher use when instructing their class?
We don't have a lot of technology, just basically use the things around us, models.
Like manipulatives?
Yes. Also, every class, when we learn something, we have to use it in the next class. So our previous knowledge works in every class because all the classes are related to one another. And also the teachers, they use the students to help one another, and we work together as a class when we have assignments.
I have a friend who's interested in teaching in Italy, but she heard that teachers have a variety of different models to help students' development and understanding. Do you know about these models?
The models that the teachers let the students use when doing work can be textual, analytical, descriptive, and rhetorical.
I won't ask you any more questions. I feel like I've learned a lot about Italy in the classroom setting. We better get back to studying before our time runs out.
See.
Yeah, yeah.
be a millionaire. We're here tonight with Tina competing for our $1 million grand prize. Tina's currently at $50,000, and here's our next question. Educational institutions, including religious, Catholic-based, and other private schools, had always been available to what classes in Italy? A, the upper class, B, the lower class, C, the middle class, D, all classes had equal access.
A, the upper class. That's my final answer.
You're correct, it's A, the upper class. In what year did Italian public education begin when Law 3725 mandated 4 years of free compulsory elementary education and the Casati Law centralized the Italian education system? A, 1865, B, 1982, C, 1859, or D, 1957?
I think I'm gonna use my lifeline, phone a friend, for this one. Hi, I need your help. Are you sure? Is B your final answer? You think it could be C? C, 1859. That's my final answer.
And the answer is C, 1859. Moving on to the $250,000 question. In 1904, Law 407 extended compulsory education, mandating all children through age 12 to attend schools, with the Italian governments recognizing what? A, the need for a more knowledgeable society, B, the need for a more industrialized society, C, the need for a more equal education system, D, the need for a less domestic society.
B, the need for a more industrialized society. That's my final answer.
And you're correct. The answer is B. And now for the $1 million question, Tina. Are you ready? Elementary schooling, which was divided into 3 lower grades and 2 upper grades, continued until approximately 1957. Kindergarten was established in 1923, but was not officially operated until when? A, 1968, B, 1970, C, 1925, or D, 1998?
The answer could really be any of these. I don't know. I'm gonna go with A, 1968. That is my final answer.
Tina Banks, you just won $1 million.
Oh my god, I just $1 million!
Sorry to interrupt, but Chris, can I steal you for a minute?
Yeah, sure.
Get the camera to my face.
Hey, Amanda, what's wrong?
I literally had 2 minutes with Chris and Alessandra comes over. Oh, Chris, you are so handsome. Can I please steal you away for at least 2 minutes?
I just wanted to talk to you before the night is over.
I'm so happy that we have this time to talk. I really wanted to get to know you more. So tell me, what was your childhood like in Italy?
Okay, well, it's a little different in Italy than here in Ontario. We start school in kindergarten, and then we go to primary school, which is from ages 6 to 11. In school, we learn Italian, of course, math, geography, English, science, music, social studies, computer studies, and physical education.
Oh, we have the same subjects, except we learn English and French, not Italian.
Also, in our school, it starts at 8 in the morning, and we finish at 1 p.m. But we do have school Monday to Saturday, whereas I believe here you go to school Monday to Friday. Am I right?
Yeah, that's right.
Some of the children have lessons a couple afternoons a week. I played piano Tuesdays and Thursdays afternoon. Most of my friends just went home and had lunch with their families.
Oh, that sounds nice. I wish we could go home that early. We had to stay until 2:30 and then do our homework when we got home.
But I remember one of the hardest things we had to do in school was this huge 4-day exam, which consisted of long speeches, oral essays, and extended responses. And in order to graduate, you had to pass it, or you had to repeat the same year. Thank goodness I always did well on that.
Well, you do seem like a very smart young lady.
Thank you. Basically, the test was everything we learned for all 5 years of school. After that, I moved on to middle school, where I was 11 years old. In middle school, we were here between ages 11 and 14. We also had to buy our own textbooks for these grades. Sometimes they were really expensive.
Thankfully, we don't have to buy our textbooks unless we lose them.
Once we graduated from high school, we had to pass a bar exam in order to enter university. That was hard.
Oh, that sounds a lot different from here and much harder.
Yes, Chris, it was hard. I decided to do music, and I really liked that choice.
I really like that you were able to choose what you wanted to learn in high school. In Ontario, we have the same curriculum and can only choose a few of our classes.
I really did love my education, Chris, but I must admit, I had a lot of homework, but my parents and teachers were always supportive.
That's That's amazing. My family was always very supportive too. I love that we have things in common. Alessandra, will you accept this rose?
I will, Chris. Thank you.